Okay, another book review, and it's Doris Kearns Goodwin, uh, Team of Rivals. Um, this book is about Lincoln and the major figures in his cabinet. His minor ones are included too, but not as extensive as his major ones. Besides Lincoln, there's William S. Seward, Salmon P. Chase, um, Cameron, I forget his first name, who was the first war secretary, Edwin Stanton, and the Attorney General Bates. I can't remember his first name either. It just escaped me. Um, she's those are the major figures in this book that she covers. Um, the first, I would say, quarter of the book is detailing the lives of Lincoln, Chase, Stewart, and Bates as they vied for the Republican nomination in 1860. Um, she basically shows how their lives developed from their birth, of course, to to that point, and how it shaped their politics and their positions on stuff. So that was very informative to get the sense of how they interacted during the administration and the Civil War. Um, let's see here. It's a very well researched book and very easy to read. I mean, I was reading 40 pages a day, so I got this book done in, I believe, 3 weeks. It was a very short time, and it was a very time flew by as I was reading this book. I'm reading books during my lunch hour, and yeah, the hour just flew by when I was reading this. Um, let's talk about how she describes Lincoln and some of these men. Lincoln, you get a sense of with every political disappointment that he learned things because unlike politicians of today, Lincoln, well, was a political loser a lot of the time. He was only a one-term congressman and before he became president, but he lost a lot of elections between before that and between his loss in Congress to his election in 1860. But he learned. He was basically a political genius. He basically knew how to win the nomination. He figured out how to do it, even though Stewart was the overwhelming front runner at the time. His basic move was to get the convention in Chicago, and that just spurred that was basically part of his strategy, and it succeeded. Stewart was um, thought Lincoln was was a boob. Let's just put it that way. But he quickly learned that Lincoln was very smart, knew what he was doing. For the most part, a few minor things here and there that he wasn't too versed on at the beginning. You know, he later on Stewart, you know, didn't have to worry. Um, it's just learning things um, on Lincoln's part. But once those things were learned, he knew not to do them ever again, and Stewart realized that Lincoln was quite literally the man, and became his most ardent supporter in the cabinet and greatest advisor as well. Salmon P. Chase, Lincoln's first Treasury Secretary, and later appointed by Lincoln as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. he basically, his and Lincoln's early lives were sort of the same. I would say, um, probably more than Stewart or Bates. But for Lincoln, yearned to prove himself. Chase, after winning several offices and doing great things as a lawyer, believed things were owed him, and that's what set those two apart. And that also sort of colored his relationship to Lincoln over the administration while I was in it. Let's see here. Edwin Stanton was also covered. He wasn't covered much in the early part of the book because he wasn't, a nominee at the Republican convention. He was a Democrat. So, um, when he does enter the stage, his life is given a good covering by um, Goodwin, and uh, he initially thought Lincoln was a fool as well. He quickly learned that was Lincoln knew what he was doing, and while he gave him control of the War Department and how to do things, if there was a major decision, Lincoln was going to make it, not Stanton. All right. Okay. Well, I'm just out of material right now, so I'm just going to say I recommend this book a lot. You will enjoy it. Trust me. You will enjoy it if you like history or Civil War history. So, all right. Until the next review later today.